We're back at this again. Yo guys, what's up? We got some... Oh man, didn't even want to make this video to be honest, but people were like, oh, what do you think about it? What's your reaction to it? What do you know about it? Didn't really want to make this video because too much drama, but let's talk drama, I guess. Okay, small addition, I was already editing this shit. Kind of, well, cutting out parts. I don't really edit, just cut out parts. We got a message from Come to us like abnormal game item payment notice. I didn't think they really paid you, but okay, sure. We were addressing abnormal payment issues, blah blah, with informing people were paid illegally in Summoners War. Interesting. First hacking. So is the payment or a hack? Kind of tested that time, yes. Abnormal transactions took place, okay. We have confirmed and we have immediately blocked the abnormal things, yes, cool. We have confirmed 18 accounts. All data was corresponding have been rolled back and these accounts were permanently restricted. Why would you roll them back and ban them? Well, in case they unban it, okay, whatever. So we have a whole bunch of like whatever names. Europe is so holy, man. Europe doesn't do shit. Well, whatever. So these people are bad. Okay, cool. We immediately acted to block these people and we rechecked if other accounts have received this normal through abnormal routes and have confirmed that the list. We checked the security vulnerabilities of item payment. No additional issues. Okay, so currently there's no additional issues, but we know the Game4mall from the past is an additional issue. We deeply apologize, blah blah blah. We changed the monitoring. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna put this at the start of the video. So yeah, they gave their response. They're banning the people that did this shit right now, but the people in the past, they are gonna walk freely, I guess, or something. We will see. So no reaction on that yet. Okay, on to the actual video that I was making already. As the guy that actually unmasked Dragon back in the days, I hit some comments like, is this related to Dragon with the LD spam, blah blah blah? No, that's not. That's different story. One of the other many stories. So what do I know about this? Quite some actually. Let's say I heard about this back in 2018 SWC Korea when they reported it at that time. I was like, wait, really? You could get crystals like this? Okay. When the fuck did no one inform me? No, I wouldn't have bought them anyways, but I didn't even know it was possible, but I knew afterwards that it was possible. And yeah, apparently the thing was 250 USDs for 48k crystals. The fucking shit ton of crystals, bro. Especially back in the days, like 2018, you didn't get as much crystals as you currently do. We're talking around the time that I think Siege was released for about a year around that time. So let's talk into the thing and then I'm just gonna give my 2 cents of what's going on and what I think about it. So yeah, you probably have read this and they could actually inject it without needing your password, which is something that also was for the old Game4mall. I know this story about a farmer who told someone, I'm gonna use a lot of someone's too. I don't want to, like, first of all, I don't want to pinpoint, like, he did it, and she did it, and this should be banned, and that should be banned. One thing I'm gonna say, if they're banning everyone that did it in the past, we're gonna have a lot of less names that are known names. Probably. Most likely. But yes, there are quite a few people that did this shit, apparently. Yes. So, what I heard was that at some point a farmer, because yes, there's a lot of farmers, is this allowed? Man, like the moment we start like on all of these topics, like this is not a gray area, it is just straight up just cheating or like whatever you want to call it. But we can also talk about like way further, like is sharing accounts allowed, is people farming for you allowed, blah blah blah, blah. It's just too much stuff, man, too much stuff. But yeah, lots of gray areas. Technically, if you want to take it really technically, it's not allowed. It's in the TOS, you can read it somewhere. It is not allowed to give your game information to someone else, which means your account and your password. So every summon session ever on YouTube that is not your own is technically against TOS. Whatever. Sidetracking. So apparently it was possible that this farmer said to this guys like, hey, you're running out of crystals, you want to log in, buy my crystals and continue to farm. He's like, just wait. And at some point without anything happening, it's like, check the inbox. It's like, poof, fucking crystals, like fucking Christmas. Like, yeah, Christmas came early that time, but Christmas came in a nasty way. So yeah, that was probably the injected same bullshit as this is. The thing is, the numbers do what somewhat vary, like 400 for 5,000 crystals. As far as I know, I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it anymore. You have some ways to check like old histories of websites, which I will go to in a second. But I cannot check around the dates of like 2018 where it was supposedly happening. I can show you, however, that they were advertising with this kind of shit before it. What I know is 250 USD for 48k crystals. Could be wrong, could be whatever, but yeah. This is also totally different than spamming re-up packs, or like I said, like the guy getting all of his LDs from wishes, or like dragon and that kind of stuff. So it's different. Let's go through the evidence and let's just see what's on Reddit right now, and let's just have a good fucking laugh, because by all means, why the fuck not? Because man, there's so much drama, so much stress for everyone, everything. Let's just like Vindicated actually was promoting Game4mall during his streams, which was like 4 years ago, and there were like a few more that did this. And the fun fact is, this is about 4 years ago. And the reason why people didn't really want to do this shit at first was because the account security of Kantos was really bad back then. And you didn't have like that much ways of like having I think the OTP wasn't even there, like the one-time pin wasn't even there. And the moment that got implemented, people started doing stupid shit, and then this thing became more popular, as far as I know. So yeah, that's where people were like, okay, don't use this shit. Oh yeah, and then we have a bunch of screenshots. Go away with your advertisement. A bunch of screenshots with people like, I'll delete your email, blah blah blah. Why do they blur off this shit? Just well, whatever. 48k crystals, yeah. I'm not sure, like, the question arose, like, oh yeah, this is what they currently... So this is what they currently sell. This is apparently the current prices that they do. Also, do not buy this shit. Man, come on. Like, okay, like these are also like, I think some people are at some point also just giving like random numbers, scamming on this shit, whatever. Don't buy this shit. But also, man, this has the logic. Oh yeah, people already know what's going on. Like the moment you have 10 transcendent scrolls, you start summoning like this. Come on, man. That's the, like, are you really expecting not to get banned? Well, maybe back in the day you got 48k crystals and you got away with it, but man, the moment you start popping like 10 transcendent scrolls, man, that's the equivalent of walking with a bomb belt into an airport expecting you can fly. That's pretty much like the expectation level you have. It's the expectation level of going to the dentist, ordering a kebab in the waiting room of the dentist with extra garlic and extra sambo, eating that shit, and then where you're like, hey, why doesn't the dentist want to help me right now? It's like, what the... People can't be that stupid to actually take this shit serious, right? So this is more of a like, oh, it's possible hack or inject or whatever you want to call it, rather than people trying to get under the radar and actually getting away with shit. So the 48k crystals, people were getting away with it apparently. So these people are getting banned. These people that summon way too much crazy shit right now, they are so getting banned. 100% can guarantee. But the issue that then arises is, will the people that use the Game4mall injection from before also get banned or not? And that is yeah, to be honest, I don't really expect it. And I'm not gonna say that because I have to save my own ass, because I don't have to save my own ass because I didn't use this shit. So, do I think it's fair to ban these people? I guess yes, definitely, but yeah, let's say there is a bunch of players, a bunch of players that's, like, as you can say here, SSA malicious. They were doing this quite often. I can... There's quite a few of them doing this shit, yes. So what people were saying is that it's probably a GM selling the crystals rather than like an injection hack or anything, which I think is pretty plausible. But like for the crystals, I feel like it's pretty plausible because just giving the crystals, I think, is like more under the radar. Whereas it's like some GM is like, it's Friday afternoon. Let's send someone hundreds transcendent scrolls for some money. Yeah, that's totally fine. No one's gonna notice. And then someone in the guild is like, net 5, net 5, net 5, net 5, net 5, net 5, net 5. Like, what are you doing? Nothing. Like, yeah. So the 48k crystals, well, yeah. But yeah, that's just, oh man. It is a mess. But yeah, it does happen more often, like in behind the scenes, like in FIFA, that shit happened before. I think there was a scandal in MapleStory 2 or something like that, or RuneScape, or one of the two, but it is something that does happen from time to time. So let's actually see what other kind of fun shit we have. Yeah, this already seen that one. So yeah, this is apparently some post of shit you can buy or sell, but to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if half of this shit is like is fake, because people are just trying to do whatever. Light cancer summon sculpture. What even light cancer summon? Man, these people don't even know what they're talking about. So a lot of this shit is probably more bad, like it's more a scam than anything. But yeah. So for the people that don't know this is the Wayback machine, and with this you can watch internet is an archive, so you can actually go to Game4mall as an archive page, because currently if you go to Game4mall you search up someone as well. Also, I do not recommend buying anything from those stupid websites. Fuck real world trading, that kind of bullshit. But you can go to the website, you can check it, and there's nothing there. But if you go there right now, you can actually see Game4mall in the past. So you can actually see, like, throughout the years, you can do this with any website. It's pretty interesting if you want to check something. Side tracking. So the shit was happening around this time. The only issue is apparently there was, let's say, so SWC 2018 was, I think, like, well, around this time, probably a little bit before. Was it November? I think it was before November. So yeah, this is what this stupid ass website looks like, and they are like, oh, Summoners War crystals are available right now, yeah. So you can't actually do much than just click through the website. Some links don't work, and they just go from snapshot to snapshot of like what did you actually get and that kind of stuff. So wait, where's this? Yeah, then you get a bunch of these like, didn't redirect, so we don't have it on the page. Me. So what you can do then is you go this and you search for it again, and you just go up. You just go in the Wayback machine and you just paste the whole link, and then you do get some results. So 2018, early 2019, we got some snapshots. So let's see at this snapshot. Let's see what we got. So apparently you have Summoners War, and then you have to select which server you're at. Let's say we're at Europe server and we want to buy some good shit. And so these are the prices that are still there. So this is not the 48k for 250 US dollars. This is what I checked like a whole bunch of these things. Also, the earliest snapshot I can find where you can actually see these prices like early January, where it's probably, or like early 2017, where these shit was probably not updated with the other thing that was mentioned. So I'm not too sure how this would have worked, had worked, or anything, but this is what I can see right now, and apparently you were able to buy this from them. If it was actually legit buyable at that time, I don't know. We're talking FIFA 17 at that time, but whatever. So let's look on Reddit what people say about this shit. Everyone should boycott and not buy the anniversary pack until Come To Us gives a appropriate response. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're waiting for. They are probably gonna give some response. The recent days when they did have an issue, let's say the crit bug, the Kaki issue, some other things, they kind of give their response. And to be honest, I kind of feel like they're gonna give a response like we're banning the people right now, and then maybe put like the other thing a little bit under the rug. So I think it would be really ballsy if they would start banning everyone that abused this shit. But I think we're gonna have a lot of less known names at that time. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, we will see what happens with that, and then whether you should, everyone should. If someone tells me what to do, I'm gonna do the exact opposite thing anyway. So by all means, do whatever you feel that is right. If you feel like, hey, I just want to spend on this game, still spend on the game. If you feel like, hey, this is bullshit, don't spend, man. Free of choice, you don't have to do because someone else says shit. That technically implies if me telling you to do what you should do, what you want to do, then you're listening to me, which is implied. What the Okay. Okay. The last 6 months of Summoner's War has not been good. Ban Loomis, Kaki release, crit rate bug for years, Game4mall. Yeah. Never forget Botchin. Who was Botchin? I don't know. He was just beta testing R5. Yeah, that one is good. That's a legit upvote. Bap. Why does the llama get upvotes? This thing is deserving upvotes. Sometimes the comments are good, man. Wake up, honey, it's time for another contest boycott. Man, these boycotts don't work. Do they? I don't know. Do they work? Tell me in the comments. I don't think they work. Global top 5 guilds be like Game4mall. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just global or also Europe, but the thing is, maybe the global people are more open to like, hey, I did this shit. And Europe, well, Asia people, like, we don't speak all of the Asian languages, so we don't really know what's going on in Korea or China or Japanese server with this kind of stuff. Europe, everyone is like, I know nothing. And with, I guess, the global people, it was more shared, I guess. I don't know. Get Fetish accounts not having Royal Archers played by Aspire. Thompson still has his account. If all of these people did it, which is very likely, that's I don't know. I do not know. Like, again, I'm not gonna say you did this, you did this, you did this. I just have some assumptions of people that I know that did it, but I don't have hard proof, so I don't want to call out people. But for some people, it's like, yeah, suddenly I got like a bunch of more LD5s and I was spending like all of my crystals in the Wish and I was free to play. It's like, yeah, which free to play person would trash all of his crystals in the Wish? Yeah, I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure, but then again, no hard evidence, can't call out shit. If I do not have hard evidence, if I had hard evidence, I would call out shit because that's what I did with Dragon. But the thing is, I don't have hard evidence here. I just have assumptions. Like someone that's claiming to be free to play and trashing a few thousand crystals into the Wish. You fishy, bro. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm curious if they could actually like trace back to how many crystals people had at certain times or what did they do with it, and then yeah, if someone just gets this in his inbox, like the funny fact is, technically what they say is we only need your Hive ID. If you don't like someone, you just pay this shit and you send it to someone else, get them banned. No, though I don't do this shit. Also, it's really easy. If you certainly get this shit in your inbox, you just send a ticket to come to us. You do not summon this shit. You just send a ticket, say like, hey, I got weird shit. Can you get it off of my shit? It's pretty much like finding that briefcase of like stolen money and like, and you're just like, I'm gonna buy a car with it. Well, you just report that shit. And then if no one claims it, then you keep it. If they say it's legit, then you keep it. But probably they're gonna be like, this was not legit, let's get this shit out of here. Community, come to us, Game4mall. Well, come to us doesn't reply like within a day. Like the thing is with companies, if companies want to make a statement, it goes through layers, who agrees, what's happening, they do some research, blah blah blah, takes some days. You cannot expect like a reaction like right away. But I assume we're gonna get a reaction at some point. More of the same. Players using more. Yeah, oh man. I don't want to be a Countess I don't want to be a Countess ticket support worker right now, man. In general, imagine the amount of tickets you're getting is like, my LD rates suck. Yeah, RNG is RNG, but mine rates suck more than others. D. So now they're gonna get a million tickets on this shit. And the thing is, with ticket system, any ticket system, you have to reply to any ticket. And people are like, why am I getting a copy paste answer? It's because they're getting the same fucking ticket over and over. And people are spamming retarded tickets. And the moment people spam retarded tickets, they have to reply to all of them. So someone has to go to the app art, click on it, read the thing. They read it, they send the copy paste thing that they think it is, they slap it on and they just send it off and they go to the next and they repeat the job and they hate their lives. And yeah, that's pretty much the life of a ticket support worker, I guess. So yeah, it's a funny thing. Is like, why am I getting copy paste answers? It's like, yeah, because too many people sent retarded shit to them and then that happens. So it's a cause and effect kind of problem. What is legal and not? Yes, I think that this is a good thing to actually look into from Countess to maybe update the TOS of saying, hey, this is okay and this is not okay. Because besides this thing right now with whatever, there's so many things that are kind of TOS, but then not really, or it's allowed, botting, other people farming for you, farm services, whatever services, anything. What is legal, what is not? If you just make a list like, hey, legal, not legal, easy, done, no more, it would be very nice, would be very helpful, would be very transparent, but that's often an issue, being transparent as a company. This subreddit is very active, but we should try to spam with megaphones the issue counters to make spam with mega. Unless your plan is to fly to Korea, which is not possible because then you have the quarantine and probably you cannot fly there right now, you wouldn't get a visa. But besides that, spamming megaphones in games, there's not gonna be like a GM playing, like the likelihood of a GM reading that in game compared to on a website like Reddit is very small. So I'm not sure if that's going to work. But by all means, try. I don't care. Should I even buy in-game purchase anymore or just wait for the next exploit? Recent news frustrate me. I get that. So definitely, like, if you feel like not spending because of like shit what's going on, like, by all means feel free to not spend. But if you feel like that's devaluing like the integrity of the game, by all means you have the right to not spend. You can make that choice. But on the other hand, if you like the game, if you play like whatever you like to play, it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say what is good, what is not good to spend your money on. What's worth it, what's not worth it. In the end, that's just up to you. That's not something me or anyone can actually answer. That is just clearly up to you. What keeps you motivated to play the game? But yeah, it would be nice if they give some statement, or like I said before, they're gonna ban all of this new like scroll spammers, but what they're gonna do to the people that did this in the past, I think not much. But that's just what I thought. I was also wrong that I thought they wouldn't give back Devil Munch for Kaki, so I can be wrong. So yeah, stop spending. Yes, you can boycott. Yes, you can stop spending. Yes, you can stop playing. But what hurts them is no longer having new players. So then you continue to play a game that has no new players, so it dies out in some point. And what's your goal with that? Like, come on. Like, before, like, okay, you can give low ratings to this game if you want. Like, if you feel like that, sure, you can. Funniest thing was like people were giving 3-star ratings because people are like, I'm just getting 3 stars, you get a 3-star rating. But okay, jokes aside. If they don't get new players and that kind of stuff, the game is gonna die out. So you are pretty much playing a sinking ship, which you help like boycotting the ship that you're on. Like, it's pretty much you're on the Titanic and you're creating new icebergs. Like, if you want to do that, if you really hate the ship you're on right now, yeah, you might as well just leave before whatever. But you're pretty much just sabotaging your own hobby. You're pretty much sabotaging your own game by doing that. So, hey, if that is what you want, by all means, do that. But, hey, yeah, I don't know what to say. Helping to make a game die out because of a boycott, is that smart thing to do? I don't know, man. I do not know. Like, sure, they make mistakes in the past, but would you judge someone on like a few mistakes that they make, or would you judge someone on like everything they've been doing right? For example, this is one of the few games that's been running for what, 7 years? Man, like, look at yourself. How long have you been playing Summoners War? How long have you been playing any other game in your life? Like, you probably, like, if you're a gamer like me, you probably switched games like every, what, 2, 3, 4 years. Unless you have some game you often get back to, but then you still kind of quit. Like some people, for example, with World of Warcraft, they quit, they wait for the next expansion, they play a few months, and then they quit again. But which game have you been actively playing nearly like every day, every week, every month, for years? Summoners War. They're doing something right. Whether that's doing something right, you're complaining about it the whole day, they're still doing something right. So I don't know. Should everyone exploit it, change the LP in some placeholders? Would be funny, but I don't know. Also, like, this shit happened back in 2018. How are you gonna do a rollback from 2018? Like, good luck on that, sir. Would you just, like, minus 48k crystals the people that did this in the past? Like, imagine you're playing your account and you bought this shit like 5 times, and now it's like, okay, we're not really gonna ban you, we can't really fine you, but we just give you minus the amount of crystals that you got from the cheated way. So in your case, you did this 6 times, so yeah, you got like around minus 292,000 crystals. The moment you get that back up, you can start with your crystals. And how many years of free-to-play crystals is that shit? Oh, it would be funny. That would be a funny way, but man, I don't know what they're gonna do. To be honest, I don't know what they're gonna do. Stop the rip-off! 1,000 summoning stones! So much shape-shifting stone for 100. That is actually rip-off. That is nearly... Wait, it's almost cheaper to just buy the pack of like a set of like 5 units? That's so cheap. Oh man, this is hilarious. I love this guy, man. This guy's getting my upvote. Fuck, this is fucking hilarious. Oh man, yeah, that's a fucking unfair trade. Also, compare this to this. So the odds of getting a net 5 is 6.5% or something on the legendary scroll. So 50 of these, that's not even equal to 5. I think it's equal to like 3 or 4 net 5s, and then you have this price, which is, man, if you want to go price quality wise, I would say like, but yeah, okay, whatever. And then we have a tier list. That is what we also have on Reddit. A nice looking tier list. People were complaining, oh, why is Suki so high and Kaki so low? Because we don't have a well-established meta. That's why people don't. Also, like, how is the likelihood of people skilling up Kinky, Suki, or Kaki with Devilmons? And I think no one wailed that much, or like not that many people wailed that much that you can actually fully skill up all 3 of them, so people didn't really test these units. Since we have a bruiser meta, Suki is actually really good, the people don't understand that, bro. Okay, yes, that's just my tier list. You can disagree with it, I don't give a shit. And then we have like the invite, like I made some cool art and I want to see my art everywhere, with a middle finger. I don't expect you to see this in game. But yeah, that is it for it. What do you guys think about it? Clearing up some misinformation. Oh, those are always good. 50k crystals was done by Game4mall. That has been patched once Johnny and friends reported. And Johnny is such a nice guy. The current transfer is not related to Game4mall at all. It's been done by the same Indonesian guy who has completely stopped Summoners War servers since the 4th of April. There's no point in going Game4mall, so it's actually not. Okay. The current exploit has been patched, and the Indonesia guy who did it is done with. Someone has come to us fix the exploit. People are used to be banned in the process. Anyone on any server that continues this is a scam. Okay, yeah, this is actually a fairly fair post. Yes. So yeah, like I like I was said, like I would be pretty surprised if it's the same thing, because the Game4mall thing, actually, what they mentioned before could be some GM selling the crystals like under the rug, and this looks more like a hack kind of inject thing that is possible, and yeah. So apparently it is patched. Apparently it is all Gucci right now. Currently, we're just waiting for the statement of come to us. We'll see what happens. But too many people were asking me, it's like, are you gonna make a video on this? Are you gonna make a video? Are you gonna make a video on this? Like, okay, I'll make a video on this. I'm hyped for some freaking reason anyway, so I might as well just blah 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 my whole way through. Ha, video is way too long, so I made it this long for the reason that people are not gonna watch it. Pa! Joke's on you if you watched it. Well, anyhow, hope you enjoyed. That's my take on it. I would like to see some repercussions for the people that did that shit right now. In the past, I think for the people right now, they get banned. For the people in the past, probably nothing happens. But hopefully I am wrong. Same as I was wrong with the Kaki, with the Devil Mons for Kaki. So let's see what is going on. And guys, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.